Welcome to the circus. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Well, hello. It's been a long time since I've posted anything here. Sorry about that, but basically I was working on that Land Rover kit by Revell, which had, I have no idea how many pieces in it, but way more pieces than I felt necessary to actually build the kit. And it was just driving me nuts working on it. And so I had to find something else to do. And there were a couple of things I worked on. One of them being the new, well, it's not new anymore, the Tom Daniels SideWinder by Atlantis. I'm a big Tom Daniel fan, so I had to grab a couple of those. They were actually, as soon as Atlantis mentioned they were doing it, I had pre-ordered them. I got two of them as soon as they became available from Atlantis. Built one so far, working on a second one already. It's going to be modified even more than this, and I'm probably going to order a couple more to see what else I can do with it, because I really do like that slant Pontiac engine that comes with it. Any case, beyond the SideWinder, which I'll talk about in a little bit, I decided to do something else, and that is the tortoise here. I'm going to call it the Tyran Tortoise, because it's a cross between a Safari, I think, are the ones that are here. Is this Safari? Giant tortoise. I don't know who makes them. I think it's Safari. In any case, it was a tortoise that had a single head, but I wanted a two-headed tortoise, which I made a long time ago. And so we have this one here with two heads, because two heads are better than one. And this is for my Circus sideshow. I've got a menagerie that I'm working on, but one of the heads here came off of this one. So I had a tortoise lacking a head. And then I took the Tamiya's baby dinosaur set that was 1/35th scale dinosaurs, but they were babies, and there was a juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex in that group, and I took the leg portions off of that and put it on the Revell monogram dragon from the Circus wagon, so that I could have a standing dragon. But that meant that I had a Tyrannosaurus with no legs and a tortoise with no head. And so I thought, well, let's go ahead and turn it into a Tyrannosaurus turtle. And so that's what I've done with that. It's going to be another one of my circus menagerie animals. I've just got the green coat on there right now, but that's not going to be the final coat. I just wanted to get something painted on there. But I think that's pretty cool. It's going to be a Tyranna tortoise. In any case, that's another thing I'm working on. But the star of the show right now is going to be the SideWinder. And as you can see, the first thing I decided I did not want on my SideWinder was that cab that they have. I just really think it makes it look way too boxy and everything. I know this started off as the HornToad, and I was thinking about trying to get it as far back to the HornToad as possible. But I don't have the skill yet to make doors for it. I'm going to try that though on a future one. And I actually had what I thought was going to be a decent enough windshield, and this might end up being used on a future one as well. I'm just trying to figure out if I can do a better job with this. And this, for those who are looking to make a windshield, this windshield is actually cut from a clear plastic Tylenol bottle, I believe. I think this was for Tylenol. And it had a nice round shape to it, and it's a relatively thick plastic. It's not really thin. My initial idea was to use a soda bottle, but it was a little bit too big. Even the 12-ounce soda bottles would have been too big. So I did find a, I believe it was a Tylenol bottle that I cut this out of. And I'm still thinking of using that in the future, but I got to frame it and everything. So we'll see if that works. For right now, though, I just decided to go ahead and use the kit windshield. But instead of having a slope kind of towards the front, I just leaned it back a little bit. And then I left off the body of the kit and made a new tonneau cover. Now the seats have not been glued in yet because I'm not too crazy about the coloring on the seats. I did them black because that's kind of the way the kit had them done, and I thought it looked pretty good with the cobalt green. This is the color I chose. To me, is cobalt green. Yeah, I don't have an airbrush, so I just used you know, the old rattle can for the paint. TS102 Tamiya cobalt green, because I really did like that color, and I think it is a good color, especially with the copper. As you can tell, I also painted the back side of the wheels with the cobalt green. The engine is black. There's a few copper accents on the engine, but otherwise it is straight out of the kit. And as you might be able to notice, the shifter is missing. The carpet animals ate it, you know, it just dropped, and I can't find it for the life of me. The other thing I'm thinking about doing is also cutting off the wheelie bars, because my thought is this could be like a little beach cruiser or something. I'm also thinking about adding headlights to it and also tail lights to it, but I just haven't gotten around to exactly how I want to do that. And I also might add some rear view mirrors so that it would be like almost street legal and such. But all in all, I like it, and I think I like it a whole lot better with the windshield slanted back a little bit and this part of the body just removed. And this is just a plastic tonneau cover that I made over it. And then if you notice, I added a piece of black plastic going across the back there, and that is basically a sprue that I cut down and shaved to fit underneath the space that you have with the back of the seats. I could have also probably raised the tonneau cover up a little bit more. And let's get rid of that, whatever it is. There we go. As I said, it's not glued in yet because I'm really thinking about taking the seat off, painting it a lighter shade of gray probably, so that I can add black lines instead of the white lines. I'm not too crazy about the white lines on the seat. But in any case, that's it. It's pretty much straight out of the box otherwise. The other thing I need to mention is the steering wheel and the dashboard here. When I attached it the way the instructions had it, the steering wheel was so low that it looked like there is no way in the world a person will be able to actually sit in that seat, because the steering wheel would be right in their crotch. Matter of fact, it would be so low that I doubt you could even get under the steering wheel. So what I did was I just tilted the dashboard so that it was kind of at an angle, about a 45-degree angle to where it would have normally been sitting, and that made the steering wheel go up much higher so that you could actually fit someone underneath it. That was the only real change that I made of the kit so far. Like I said, I will probably add some headlights and stuff like that to it. Also, if you notice, I left off the fenders. Now, I might end up adding the fenders, but as it is right now, I just am not quite ready to do that. What I did was I shortened the fenders so that they were not going all the way back that way. You know, they went all the way back to the very back here, you know, and I didn't want them to go that far back. So I cut them off, shortened them up, and made them go a shorter distance. But as you can see the line where I cut them, And what I got to do is I've just got to fix that a little bit better. Still practicing a little bit, but I got to get some more filler in there, fill in that gap a little bit better, repaint it, and then if I can get that line to be less visible, then maybe I'll go ahead and add the fenders to it. And the other thing I'm thinking of is one of the other ways I might try to hide that line is by adding the tail lights on the fender here. That might be an easy way to hide that line on the fenders. Then I could actually add the tail lights, add the fenders, and that would be kind of interesting too. So that's another thought I have with the fenders. But in any case, I did shorten them. That was the other thing that I was thinking of doing to it, and I definitely removed this. Now I am working on another one that's going to actually relocate this engine into this area here, and I just haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do with the big old hole up front. So that is another project for another time, but I thought I'd show you what I have been working on and how far I've gotten with it so far. If I add the fenders and make the other adjustments to this, I'll do another video. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon, I hope.
Thank you for visiting Toby's Blue Bomber Circus. If you liked what you saw, please consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with your friends, leaving a comment, and subscribe and ring that notification bell. Really do appreciate it. Thanks again.